IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy, actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach, and today's fun fact of the day has to do with the tiny muscles in our body. Did you know that the eye has 6 muscles directly attached to it? And these are muscles responsible for moving the eye around. They move the eye up, down, left to right, and allow for full rotations. Now, as you're reading this, I bet you are moving your eyes left and right and up and down as well. If not, do it. See how it feels. We are so used to thinking of muscles as these big pieces of flesh that are attached to our bodies that we immediately think of bodybuilders and how they flex their muscles on stage. We rarely think about the tiny muscles that are the workhorses of the body, silently working away in the background somewhere. And this is particularly relevant in today's world. We're spending so much time these days working in front of a screen. We are not having face-to-face meetings, and hence that break that we used to get from our laptop and screens now no longer exists. While earlier desk work would happen on our laptops and meetings would happen in another room, now the meeting room, the desk work, and the endless Excel sheets are all merged into the same screen. And after a long day of working in front of a screen, we would have come back home or met friends or spent time with them hanging out. Now the hanging with friends is also happening in front of a screen. Especially for us staying alone, the screen is no longer just work or entertainment or knowledge and information. The screen is our company. The screen is our life. And this podcast is not about using your screens less. This episode is not about guilting you into watching less TV. No. As your habit coach, I want you to protect and take care of your eyes through this mad, crazy time that we found ourselves in. And I don't want to deprive you of that company that you're finding with your screens or that window to the world that the screen has become. But I want you to use it in a particular way. So every 20 minutes of using the laptop or phone or screen, I want you to look away for 20 seconds at something far away. Look outside your window. What this does is that it allows your eyes a break and it makes your eyes refocus on something else. You see, our screens are too close to our eyes. We hold our phones only a few inches away from our face, and so are our laptops. Our eyes were designed to look for food in trees and hunt animals that were far away. They were not designed to spend 12 hours staring a few inches away. So give your eyes a break every 20 minutes and look away. Next, I want you to move your eyes. Move them up, move them down 20 times. Move them left, move them right 20 times. And finally, rotate them 10 times each way, totaling to 20. This exercises the muscles in your eyes. And you'll notice that after a long day of work, just moving our eyes around is painful. And this is because we don't move our eyes enough when we look at a screen. The eyes lie relatively stationary. And as we know, if you don't use it, you lose it. So let's not let these muscles wither away. Let's use them and make them strong. So your simple habit to keep your eyes healthy through this lockdown and work from home is to exercise them by following the 20-20-20-20-20-20-20-20 rule. Everything is just 20s. So 20 minutes, look away at something far for 20 seconds. Then 20 up and down movements, 20 left and right movements, and 20 rotations, which is 10 on either side. In another episode, I will share the next level of care, which involves wearing fancy kinds of glasses. You'll have to buy these glasses, but exercise is free. So do it every day. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com. or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME 180. That's Awesome 180.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Want to wish you all a happy Diwali. Hope you had a great festive season. It's been a great week in terms of the kinds of guests we've had and the kind of conversations we've had on the network this week. Do definitely check some of these things out. On This Round's on Me with Gauri Devidayal, she had a great conversation with Garima Arora, who's one of the best known chefs in the world. It was just absolutely riveting. Do check that out. On States of Anarchy, Hamsini Hariharan spoke about chronicling India's different wars. Again, really interesting episode. Check that out. Ashdin had a very interesting episode on his show, The Habit Coach. It was called I Don't Feel Like Doing Anything. It's about how to overcome malaise just generally, and I thought really, really interesting stuff. Kumi Vayana was the guest on Cider Says on Monday's episode last week, and she's an educator, and my God, it was such a fascinating conversation talking about the way education functions in India and some of the changes she'd like to see. Just really, really interesting stuff. Do give that a listen. On Uncle Please Sit, Anupam Manur was there with Joel and Tushar talking about the Indian economy, part one of a two-part series. Second part will be out this week. You should definitely check that out. Lastly, I want to talk to you all about the Filter Coffee podcast. Karthik Nagarajan, who hosts that show, is on a little bit of a break. He's back with a banger of an episode. It is with Himura Maya, who used to run Landmark Stores, and they talk about the culture of bookstores and quizzing and all kinds of stuff. Really interesting conversation. Do check that out. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta. I'm B50 on Twitter. I am the host of Paisa Paisa, the show that talks money. On my show, I speak to experts from every field of money and finance, from stock markets, equities, debt funds, credit cards, life insurance, every possible area of money and finance that you can think of. We even did an episode on cryptocurrency. I've got fantastic guests from mutual funds to personal finance experts everywhere. Robo-advisory, startups, just name it, we've got it. At Paisa Paisa, we help you make smart decisions about money. You work hard for money. Now make your money work hard for you. New episodes out every Monday, and you can listen to my show on the IVM Podcast app or any other podcasting app that you have.